Well, hello there, Skywinders. Welcome back to another episode of Skywind007. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at this. This is the Westclox sleep aid, fall asleep in minutes. So match your breathing with the gentle pulsing light. So I found this at Walmart. It completely caught my attention because this is not a it's not really an alarm clock that I can tell. I'm sure it has an alarm. I can tell right here on the picture there's an alarm. But most of the alarm clocks are to wake you up. This one is to make you fall asleep. So that's very unusual. Never seen anything like it. And it does look serious. If you see this graph right here, it says quick relaxation, naturally slow your respiration and heart rate. So I'm going to be testing this for a while. And I'm going to give you my opinion. My opinion is not going to be scientific. It's just going to be my personal opinion. And we're going to see how that goes. Over here it says Sleep Aid Light Therapy Fall Asleep in Minutes. It has a large LCD display. Touch activated blue backlight. Month, day, and day. And ascending alarm and snooze. So I do like that ascending alarm. Because most of the alarms these days, they just they turn on at maximum volume, so you just jump out of bed, and I find that to be unpleasant. So that's a good thing. So let's open it up. Let's see what's inside. So you do have some instructions here. I'm thinking you won't need them, but this being something completely, I'm gonna say revolutionary, I probably shouldn't say that. You might want to hold on to this, don't lose it. If not, you can just check with this video and we're gonna go through the whole device. So it looks different. Well, I'm looking at it wrong. There we go. So yeah, it's the same device. So definitely upon first impression, it's fairly high quality. And I didn't notice this, but this is some sort of projector. I don't know exactly what it does, but I don't think it projects the time or anything else. So let's go around it. So we have this projector. We're going to find out what that is. We have a sleep button over here. Let me zoom in. So we have this sleep button over here. Very nice and clicky. We have the alarm on and off. So it's at the top. It's not at the back like most of the other ones where you can't see it. Has set an alarm, minus, plus, snooze and light. And that's it for the top. On the side there's nothing. Let me zoom out. On the side there's nothing on that side, nothing on this side. On the bottom you have this battery compartment, which I assume it's a backup battery rather than the main power supply. And we can confirm that by looking in the back that there is a DC 5-volt input. And you see these 3 holes. I'm assuming that's the PSO buzzer that's inside. That's going to make the beep beep beep. So let's see what is going on. There's nothing else. Well, it says battery operated 3 AA batteries. So I was wrong about that. It's not they include that here, but it's not on the box. Let me look at the instructions. Okay, so I was looking over this and there is no mention of the AC adapter. So this is something that you want to buy separately if you need it, but it's not included. But according to these instructions, the batteries will last for a full year, so you shouldn't need that adapter. And that's a good thing because I have a lot of wires all over the place. So if I can get something that's battery operated, for me that's even better. So let's power it up. Let me go get some batteries. Okay, so here are my batteries. So let me plug them in. So they are AA. As you can see, and you will need 3 of them. Okay, so the first thing I want to check is the viewing angles. From the left, it's nice and sharp. From the right, it's nice and sharp. From the top, it does dim. At this angle is okay, it starts to dim at that angle. From the front, it's nice and sharp. And from the bottom, it blurs a little bit. It looks weird from the bottom. So it's meant to be viewed directly from the front or from above, but not from below. So just keep that in mind if you get this. First thing I want to do is set the time. To set the time, you have to press and hold this button right here where it says set. Press and hold. And then you can choose the time with the plus and minus over here. So let's select 2. Now press set again. 2:05 p.m. Year, that looks like a broken 9, but it's actually year. I'm going to say 2022. Press set again. And it's asking me for the month. We are in August. Press set again. The day, it's 29th. So let me go down. 29, press set. And you're done. So it accurately tells me that it is Monday. So that's how you set the time and the calendar. So now let's set the alarm. Let me set it at 2:07. So press and hold over here. 2. Press alarm again. 7. Press alarm again. And that's it. So now let's just wait. It's about 1 minute. So let me turn off the fan so we can clearly hear how it sounds like. Okay, so I have pressed snooze, and you know that it's snoozing because you see those Z's right here. They're flashing. Let me zoom in. That lets you know that it's snoozing. So if you want to deactivate that, this is what you have to do. You press over there the alarm button, and now you don't see those Z's. So it's not snoozing anymore, so it's not going to sound again until the following date at 2:07 or whatever you set it to. And this indicator right here tells you that it is activated the alarm. So if you want to deactivate the alarm for good, let's say that tomorrow you don't work, this is how you deactivate the alarm. You use this switch, you move it to the right like that, and that bell is gone. So that bell is your indicator. So that's fairly standard. I'm just making it making mention of it just to be complete. I'm sure most of you know that already. I don't want to state the obvious, but that's what this video is for, you know, to be complete. So the next thing I want to look at is the sleep aid. So the instructions did say that if you press this, there's going to be a light shining on the roof. You're going to aim it to wherever you want to aim it. And it's going to last for 8 minutes. If you press it again, it's going to last for 20 minutes. And what you're supposed to be doing is that when it's going to be pulsating, and you're going to match your breathing to that pulsation. For example, when it gets bright, you're going to inhale. And when it gets dim, you're gonna exhale. So you have to match your breathing to that pulsation, and that's gonna help you slow down your heart rate and your breathing, and it's gonna help you sleep. At least that's what the manufacturer claims. So I'm just saying what the manufacturer is claiming on the instructions. I don't know that to be accurate. I don't know if that's actually gonna work the way the manufacturer claims, but either way, let me turn off the lights. Okay, so the lights are turned off. So what you see is a glow coming from the window. So let me push that sleep button once. And that's your pulsation. So you do have an LED. I know you can't see the LED, but it's there. It's a blue LED. Kind of looks white on camera, but it's actually blue. And it shines like that. Let me close the curtains. Okay, so I closed the curtains just to show that glow. Well, still some light coming in, but you can see that glow. So let me pivot that light. So there's nothing specific about that light. There's no image or anything. Or maybe there is. What they should have done is they should have turned that light into a moon. That would have been beautiful. But it's just a random flash of light. Nothing special about it. But that is supposed to help you fall asleep. You can see it pulsating. But I will be testing this at night and see if it actually helps me fall asleep. So let's wait for the night, and I'll come back and give you my conclusions. Okay, folks, so I am back, and I did what the instructions said, and I did test this. And I'm not gonna be able to make a conclusion on this video because I was following the instructions to match my breathing to the projector, like the instructions say. And unfortunately, I did get COVID last year in January, and there's something wrong with my lungs, and I was trying to change my breathing pattern, and I feel a lot of burning in my chest. And I don't know what's happening, but I know it's about COVID because ever since I got COVID, my breathing has not been normal. So I'm not going to be able to recommend this for anybody that has any breathing problems, such as COVID or scarring from COVID or anything like that, because you are changing your breathing to match that pulsating light. But I did find it pleasant to look at when you're falling asleep and you see that glow that's coming and going, coming and going. I did find that pleasant. And everything else about this alarm is great. I'm happy that you don't have to plug it in. So it's very good. The beep is fairly loud. Loud enough to wake you up. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it's too loud. It's just loud enough to wake you up. And it is a changing frequency rather than a changing volume beeping for the alarm. So it basically goes beep, 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 beep. But the volume of each one of those beeps doesn't change, only the frequency. So I just want you to keep that in mind. I wish it was more of a increasing volume. It would go beep, 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 beep. That kind of increasing volume. But that's not the case. As far as the projector, like I said, you press here for 8 minutes. For 8 minutes, you press it once. For 20 minutes, you press it again. You get that acknowledgement, and to turn it off, you press and hold. Let's do that again. That's 8 minutes. Press it again. You see that flashing, that's an acknowledgement that you're in 20-minute mode. And press it again, and press and hold, and it turns off. So you can pivot it, like I said. So this is what I forgot to mention. And everything else is fairly standard about this, and it's very well set up. You can turn on the lights if you want, but they time out, of course. So my final conclusions about this is that I do recommend it in general, but mainly for its features. And I do find this to be a pleasant add-on, but I was not able to use it the way it's intended to be used because I have lung damage. And even as I speak right now, my lungs are still burning from trying to slow down my breathing. So that's what happens when you get COVID. But either way, I'm not going to give any stars. Well, I can give stars for everything except the sleeping assistant, the sleeping aid. So I'll give it a 5 stars out of 5 for everything. And for as far as the sleeping aid, I'm not going to give it any stars because I don't know if it actually works, because I wasn't able to test it for the reasons that I gave you. So thank you for watching, subscribe, and thumbs up.
Please note that it is always best to check with your doctor if you have any medical conditions before modifying your breathing pattern and habits. Ignoring your doctor's advice can be dangerous to your health. The Skywind007 team wants all of our viewers to be safe and well. Thanks for watching, be well, and God bless you.